Alright people, what's cracking? It's Frag-Jitsu here. Got my new dog right here chilling. We still haven't come up with a name for her yet, but we're thinking of calling her Minnie. Or Tilia. I don't know. I just called her Baby, and she responds to that. We've had her for less than a week. Anyway, she's gonna make this video with me today. Thanks for your help, puppy. She's licking me. Okay, so the fragrances that I'm gonna show you here, they all just rent space in my head. There's quite a bit of them, and I just want to get through them. These are fragrances that I just really, if you want to get to know me a little bit through them, this is what's really like kind of, I'm obsessed with these fragrances as of lately. So first I'm going to start with two of the cheap ones, and then rapidly we're just going to increase. So I got this aromatics fragrance. You guys did see I did a review of this fragrance recently. This is Platin Blanc. So this thing just keeps like calling to me. I really enjoy it. I don't have anything like this. It does this really good mojito kind of vibe. I kind of get that now, mostly because we were getting ready for a 4th of July party and I saw a big old thing of gin. I popped it open and I smelled the gin. And like with this on my mind, comparing the smell of gin to this, I started to see the gin kind of note making sense to me. The citruses and the bright white floral fresh blast that you get out of this. This is a really refreshing fragrance and it's been like coming in super clutch. So I did make a full-on review of this where you get like a rating and stuff. Just want to kind of breeze right past it, but this aromatics Platin Blanc definitely has been making it into the rotation and it has been renting space in my head. Now we're going to get to some of the more long-term stuff that I've had, some of the real like staples in what I really get obsessed with. So Fire, this is another one of those cheapies that is just incredible. Hawas Fire is just really a solid pickup. For me, it's just, I really can't believe the price on this is so low. Like this, I smell a lot of niche fragrances, as you see in like the next 90% of this list. This thing is really something else, especially for a like aquatic fragrance to be unique. It has an aquatic kind of element to it, has amber element to it. Just really a great fragrance, super easy dumb reach, and really hard to miss. Great fragrance here with this Hawas Fire. The performance on it is also one of the best features of this fragrance. I just love how it performs. It's really good. What are you doing, baby? All right, so I'm gonna move that on. That is just the staple of my cheapies. Those two cheapies right there really dominate the rest, in my opinion. I do have an entire spread of Alexandria fragrances, probably 30 different bottles of Alexandria fragrances, not even counting the like sheer amount of samples that I have. I do often go to that house as well. Often as a gateway drug, mostly. I'll try a clone from that house, which is usually done pretty well with better performance than I'd expect from a cheaper fragrance. Anyway, I'll do a full Alexandria video in the future. That's a different use case for me. Recently, I've been sampling like a lot of discovery sets, and this Franchesca Bianke discovery set has just been super killer. Like, there are so many hits in this set, such a really defining identity to how she crafts her fragrances, and I'm just super impressed with this. Actually, my top like 4 from this set, Sex and the Sea, Neroli, Tiger was the first one that I really loved. Black Knight I really loved, and I really liked Encounters. Encounters was like a candy kind of style, but it has like this identifiable element to it. All of these fragrances have this like really clear, identifiable DNA to them that you could just tell they're all sort of related. I'm not sure what it is, I can't pin it down, but they all do have this premium smell to them that like is just signature of Franchesca Bianke. So I haven't got a full bottle of any of these yet, but I really think Tiger is probably gonna be my first. I'm stuck between that and the Black Knight. You guys definitely want to try Franchesca Bianke if you're into fragrances. Here's a fragrance house that I don't know if all of you will like, but I've been sampling these Rana J samples. Rana J, she is a type of like wizard with her fragrances. Something about these is just so awe-inspiring when I try them. It's a mystery every time you spray one of these. So sometimes when I spray one of these, like I haven't tried all these yet, but I've been definitely sampling through this. 3 of them, they all start out with like this barnyard stanky oud thing, and then they transform into something that you just couldn't believe like that was in that oud opening. Like if you guys ever tried these Rana J, like Amber Loop tea habanero and like oud, what is it, Assam? Oud Assam literally starts as this like ridiculous fragrance. It comes off as like barnyard poopy sweaty oud, like locker room dankness, and it slowly evolves into one of the best renditions of Bulgari Tiger I've ever smelled, with some of the best actual performance I've ever had from a Bulgari Tiger kind of inspired smell. It literally smells just like it. I can't believe how it transitioned from opening to that almost in reverse. It got like lighter and sweeter instead of like somehow heavier into the base elements. Very interesting stuff Rana J pulled off there. To get to the rest of these fragrances here, let's talk about Flores Honey Oud. So Flores Honey Oud is one of these fragrances that basically is stopping me from getting two other fragrances because it smells like a hybrid of those two. Zoologist Bee, there's some of that in this, that honey style, that little bit animalic, musky honey style. But then there's these florals and this powderiness and this type of brightness that reminds me exactly of Oud Satin Mood Extrait. So this is like the best of both worlds with both of those, especially in performance as well. It just really picks up the pace, dries down a little bit powdery, just like Oud Satin Mood kind of gets. This is really excellent. This is Flores' Honey Oud. Definitely something to get your noses on. Very, very high quality stuff here. Definitely get your noses on this Flores Honey Oud. I'm going to need another bottle of that soon. So Zafar from Oman Luxury. This is another great fragrance. I did a sample video of Oman Luxury where I looked at all the samples in the major set that they were putting out in their discovery set. It has like a unique, identifiable Middle Eastern twist on this fruity kind of zingy fragrance, but it also has this woody kind of dusty, oudy fragrance. It's just a really interesting deal here. I really like Zafar a lot. It's just one of those fragrances, guys, where it's just like a really difficult experience to try to explain exactly with words what this smells like. It just has so much going on, and Zafar is going to be one of those ones that never ever leaves the space in my head. So this is another fragrance that's been renting space in my head since the review. I did a full review of this Tower fragrance here. This is L'air du Desert Marrakein, Andy Tower, 2005. Indie legend. This is a really, really awesome historical piece for me to have. And the smell, the more I wear this, the more it starts to rent space in my head. There's nothing quite like it. There's nothing that has this texture in my entire collection. I try to think anything that matches as close to this exact realism kind of thing he's trying to do. Now, it doesn't just transport me to a desert as the brief is trying to reach for. I think that this just makes me feel like a natural nature outside earthly smell. Some people that I asked were saying like it smells like a beach and an ocean and grass and forests and all kinds of different outside places. Nobody did say they smelled a desert, which is what he meant on. He tried to get nighttime breeze of the desert and what he smelled when he smelled that. Performance is good. It's got this dark green kind of element to it. It's got this really sweet kind of ambery thing going on. A little bit bitter, a little bit green. I'm pretty sure it's the oak moss they used. It's got a leathery kind of feel to it too. Very difficult fragrance to explain, and it'll always be a kind of a head scratcher for me. Like some of these fragrances I just can't figure out, and this is one of those ones that I just can't really pin down. The experience is new every time I wear it. Here's another one that really blows my mind. This is Rhine Incense Intense. Now, ever since I got this, it's been a thrill. This is like a really, really good time. This fragrance was just such a thrill to have and a great time to own. So wearing this thing is a little bit anxiety inducing sometimes because of its just sheer force, its sheer like complex nature. It has this like sweaty component mixed with this like super bright metallic smoky component that's like, I always think of this fragrance as like a duality, like a darkness in the light kind of thing. Like I see like a really sharp sword swinging through darkness and like the moonlight like glinting off of it, like very photorealistic kind of experience when I smell this. I don't know what it is. It also smells gothic. Like it also reminds me of like dark like metal wrought iron gates and like smoke and like this gothic kind of just really interesting fragrance here. It's got incense smokiness, but it's got like this really crazy spicy smokiness that's really hard to pin down and impossible to explain without really getting you guys to try it. It's very awe-inducing. I've had people say it just smells really good, which is kind of crazy because I did not expect that, especially from the people who usually tell me if stuff smells bad. And like my wife, she said this smelled good, and I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I literally got this because I intended for it to be a little bit more challenging, and two people out of two said it smelled really good. So that's just strange to me. I'm sure a lot of people though won't tell you that it smells bad. It doesn't really smell bad, guys. It's just a little bit strong and a little bit unusual, very unusual fragrance. But probably my favorite in the whole Eldo line, Etat Libre de Orange. I tried 21 of their fragrances. This is the one that I got. I do like 3 other ones besides this one. Top 2 out of those is Nostos, which I think replaces Red Tobacco Intense and all of those clones of it, all of those wannabes. I think Nostos is nice. And I also think Spice Must Flow is a really nice Middle Eastern spicy rose fragrance. Done well. It smells really good. It's really a nice wearing experience. And I also like Frustration, which is a kind of obscure, off the beaten path vanilla gourmand fragrance. But those 3 and this one, I'm probably just going to own this one for a while. Nothing else really leaped out at me from the Eldo set. Serge Lutens Chergui, ridiculously good amber fragrance here. Amber, spicy, sweet fragrance. Honey tobacco kind of deal. Closest fragrance that this reminds me of, guys, is Dolce & Gabbana The One, although this farly outweighs that one. There's like nothing synthetic about this and a lot of natural smelling components to this. I understand Christopher Sheldrake only lists 3 notes, and I really like that about him because it's like kind of like a less is more thing. There's a lot of nuances in every single note that they like really let you play on. I'm sure there's other things in this that make it get these accords and notes, but yeah, so Serge Lutens Chergui came out the same year as that Andy Tower fragrance, and it's also named after the same Moroccan desert wind. A little bit different, but sort of the same. I do get like kind of like a little bit of an uncanny, I don't know, that's just an interesting coincidence that both these companies put those out. This one though is a totally different direction. It doesn't have the same depth, darkness, texture, density. This one, Chergui, just kind of does its own thing. It is more mass appealing, I'd say. It is a very easy wear and a nice discovery, and I think anybody who's into fragrances should really get their eyes on or noses on Serge Lutens as a whole. I have 5 from the house, but this is the one that really keeps bouncing off the shelf at me. This is the one that really keeps like my attention. I keep thinking about this Serge Lutens Chergui, and I think Chergui is a really nice fragrance. It's just excellent fragrance. I mean, I wish I discovered this earlier because it would have been able to skip like so many other fragrances that are in the same kind of use case for me, because this one far surpasses it in quality. All right, guys, I saved the best for last. My dog's sleeping. I saved the best for last. This fragrance, I don't want to even say much about it because I love it so much that I want to just keep experiencing it so I can make the right words. So when I do a full review of it, I can do this thing justice. But this might be the best fragrance of all time for me. It might be. I mean, I'm reluctant to even admit that right now. I don't want to even say that. But right now, from the minute, I've actually worn this quite a bit this month. I haven't had it for that long, but man, what a wild ride it's been with Mega Mare. Ordo Parisi in general, interesting house, a lot of polarizing releases. I have Brutus, I've smelled a handful of them. I have 5 Nasamatos, and I've smelled almost all of those. I'd say Mega Mare, out of all of Alessandro Gualtieri's creations, is the one that really just seems to really just fit with me. Like, when I wear this, just something about it, it's like a totally different experience than any other fragrance that I've had. I really can't put the words to it yet. I just have to say that I'm happy to have discovered this, and it's been quite an emotional and fun experience to have this Mega Mare. I really can't stress more how interesting it's been with this. I've had people like go to buy this after smelling me, and I've worn this thing. The performance on it is crazy. I wore this to work, and someone literally stopped like 4 hours into my shift and like asked me what this was because they were going to get it as a gift for their son because it smelled so good. I know a lot of people say that they're like self-conscious when they wear this, but yo, this is a great smelling fragrance and it's totally different. And my favorite part of it is it's Alessandro Gualtieri basically throwing the middle finger to the entire aquatic genre and saying, no, I'm going to subvert the whole genre, and I'm going to make the king of all aquatic fragrances, oceanic fragrances, and there's nothing anyone could do about it. This is the king for me. There's nothing that has the power. I'd say Maybe once I try Acqua di Sale from Profumum Roma, that might be the only nemesis to this. That might be the only one that could compete with this. But all the clones and stuff, I just say get the real thing. This real thing is totally worth it. I don't care about any of the clones. I've smelled the Alexandria one. Those go off in a slightly different direction. And with this kind of profile, when you do something a little bit different, a little bit off, it's going to just, it could fall apart really quickly, or it could just miss the point really quickly. This thing is just not meant to be cloned. This is not a fragrance for that. This is a fragrance to really, like, you earn this fragrance, you appreciate this fragrance, and if you can withstand the kind of anxiety that maybe the first couple of wears might bring you, you'll realize that this is a very, very awesome experience. This fragrance is my favorite fragrance of all time, probably. I haven't gone on record officially to say that yet in my experience, but it's been really, really hard to think of anything else that I've had this much of a deep understanding for. Mega Mare is really just one of those fragrances that makes me want to just wipe out my whole collection and start over with this as the first one. It really makes me think, wow, all this time and I haven't got my hands on this. Maybe all the experiences I was having was just to like build me up to getting to this, but this fragrance right here is just a stunner. I mean, whether it's compliments or whatever, I mean, I've gotten the most strong compliments from this from everybody, like my friends, whatever, like 6 feet away, people are smelling this and it's just super pleasant to them. It's not like a harmful kind of oceanic fishy experience at all. I'm getting a totally different wearing experience out of this. Mostly hot weather right now, guys. I've been wearing all these fragrances in hot weather, so this thing's really getting put to the test. And let me tell you something. I washed my clothes that have this on it, and the entire wash machine and dryer smell like Mega Mare. This thing is a nuclear fragrance, and it's elusive, kind of like a ghost. It goes away, and you won't smell it for an hour or two sometimes. And then all of a sudden, boom, you get a whiff. And then you realize that you're actually still projecting very strong. And it goes away and comes back, goes away and comes back. It must have some synthetic ambroxan in it or something like that, or maybe some real ambergris in it that like makes it kind of go noseblind to it. You go anosmic to it because some of those chemicals can do that. Anyway, guys, that's not a full review of this thing. I want to do it full justice. This is going to get its own full length video as I maybe get halfway down the bottle. I really want to do this one justice before I start commenting anymore. I really love Mega Mare though, and I really like it. It's just amazing. Just a ridiculously good fragrance. I kind of want to gatekeep it, but I gotta admit, this is one of them. It's probably my number one. Anyway, my little dog says good night. Thanks for watching. Appreciate the views and all the comments and likes and subscribes. I'll talk to you guys in the comments. Peace.